Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today we're going to be talking about if being sore as hell after you've trained means that you've actually achieved Arnold mode. But before I dismantle what soreness actually means and how it plays into your gains or lack thereof, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, a meal plan, or a training plan, go ahead and email me. It's going to be right over here. Also, if you are new here and you are not subscribed, or if you've been watching mad videos but you haven't pressed that sub button yet, please help me out and press it so that we can grow. It helps more people see my videos, which is kind of dope, so I would genuinely appreciate it. Let's go. When you are a newbie and you're new to lifting, that's redundant. You're kind of like, ooh, soreness. Feel like I'm sore as fuck. And that means that I actually really applied myself and I went ham and I expect to see a six-pack and Arnold adjacent biceps tomorrow. But soreness doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means. Soreness is simply your body's response to a novel stimulus. Novel stimulus means you've taken that muscle through a range of motion with resistance in a way that it has never experienced before. If you're doing a bicep curl, you could be doing it entirely wrong, but if your muscle has never experienced that stimulus before, you're going to be sore. If you're doing something wrong, that doesn't mean you're going to see gains, okay? So do not use soreness as a factor in accounting for how hard you have trained, okay? There are several other variables that we want to look at when assessing whether or not we have trained hard enough or efficiently enough to build muscle, okay? So do not use lack of soreness to say, I'm not as sore as I thought I would be, so I'm not going to see gains, because that's not true either, okay? These are a couple of variables that you should be looking at when assessing whether or not you've trained to see gains, because that's what we're all here for at the end of the day, okay? The first thing you want to look at when assessing whether or not you have trained efficiently to build muscle is going to be mind-muscle connection. When you are training, for example, a lat pull down, do you actively feel your lats engaged? Do you feel the lats fucking stretching and squeezing, and do you feel that mind-muscle connection in the muscle group that you are targeting? If you do feel that mind-muscle connection and you're embracing that burning feeling, then congratulations, because you are training hard, okay? If you feel that burning sensation and you just stop because you're like, ooh, this hurts, I don't want it, you have not achieved what you've gone to the gym to achieve. Embrace that burning sensation, okay? Another variable we're going to look at is progressive overload. If you're doing bicep curls and you've done the 20 pounds and you're able to hit max reps, for example, 25 reps, that's your indicator to go ahead and move up in weight. Every training session should be building upon the last. If you accomplish progressive overload, that is a good metric to hold yourself accountable to and be like, okay, well, I did train hard. Now, the last variable that I think is highly important, and I use this to assess the productivity of most of my training sessions, mental clarity and presence in training. If you go to the gym and you're just going through the motions, you're not mentally there, you're thinking about what you're gonna have for dinner, you're thinking about how that person cut you off on the way to the gym, your mind is all over the place, that's a lackluster session, and ultimately you did not give it your all, and that is not going to produce gains. This can make or break your mind-muscle connection. This can make or break progressive overload. Some ways that I apply mental clarity: when I'm doing my cardio, I pre-log my training session and I think about what numbers I want to hit and how I want to fucking look. Like if I'm doing a pull day, I imagine how I want my back to look. Get your mind right before you go and train so that you're actually accomplishing what you set out to accomplish when you go to the gym, okay? Now, if you do experience soreness, which is very realistic, if you're new to training or if you're coming back from a hiatus, that's totally normal. You do not want to just sit in the soreness and be like, ooh, yeah, I did that shit. We actually do want to mitigate soreness so that you're able to push for the following training session, okay? So if you had, for example, a chest day and the following chest day, you're still sore from the last chest day, well, you're simply not going to be able to push and be as productive as possible. A few of my favorite methods to kind of unwind, give the muscle a break and recover so that you're able to push. Number one is going to be magnesium. Magnesium really helps in reducing inflammation. Next to, oh my God, so boring, Devin, sleep and hydration. Y'all already know this and everybody tells you this, but I feel like you still are not doing what the fuck you should be doing low key. Don't be just scrolling through TikTok endlessly, because that could literally be gains that you're making, but instead somebody was selling you something from Temu. So maybe like don't waste your time doing that and actually fucking go to sleep. If you have a bathtub, Epsom salt baths, hot Epsom salt baths, whew, this is like giving your muscles a kiss, and they really do appreciate it. So like I said, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, go ahead and email me. I will also be linking my website down below, which includes my dumbbell only training plan as well as high protein cookbook. And like I always say, Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.